It's day 2 in Nha Trang and we had big plans to take the island tour today. But as luck would have it, the weather wasn't on our side. The skies were overcast and the forecast didn't look much better. It's been one of those years where the weather just didn't cooperate and we were left with no choice but to improvise. Instead of venturing out to the island, which seems like a risky idea with the clouds hanging heavy overhead, we decided to go for something a little more reliable. Not far from our hotel, just a half-hour ride away, there was a hidden gem waiting for us, Baho Waterfall. It wasn't quite a tropical escape we had in mind, but sometimes nature surprises you in an unexpected way. So, with the sense of adventure still alive, we set off in a new direction, ready to explore what the day had in store. Today was one of those t-shirt, shorts and no gear kind of days, the perfect vibe for an easygoing adventure. So without wasting any time, we headed straight to the waterfall. Finding Baho was an easy job. All we had to do was following Google Maps and it led us right there. The journey was smooth enough, but there was one thing to keep in mind, the QL18 road. It's a busy route with trucks speeding by and they certainly don't have time to stop for anyone. At one point we had to cross the road with no traffic lights in sight, so we had to be extra cautious. Just a little reminder to always stay alert when you are on the road.
Iedereen er al is, wij zijn te laat. Ja.
Zijn is lager of niet?
Huh?
Zijn is lager.
Nee, hetzelfde man. Het lijkt zo.
Lijkt zo omdat hij erop zit of zo.
Ja, omdat hij zo groot is.
Nee, hij is echt lager.
Our friend on the other hand was living on the edge in just flip-flops. Yesterday we walked quite a bit after dinner and he was definitely feeling it. Those flip-flops were not made for long treks. By the time today rolled around, he was in no mood to walk in any more than he had to. So we decided to go ahead and buy the ticket for the full experience at the waterfall. This ticket includes kayaking and an electric car ride that would take us right to the start of the waterfall trail. Honestly, I'm really glad we made that call. The climb up to the waterfall was way steeper than we expect and the heat was almost unbearable. The car ride was totally lifesaver, giving us much needed break before the real adventure began. When we finally reached the beginning of the waterfall, I could hardly believe my eyes. I had imagined today would be a relaxed, easygoing kind of day, but I didn't expect what was coming next. We had to scramble a bit, climbing between the rocks to get closer to the waterfall, and to make matters worse, we were holding our helmets in our hands. Not exactly the most convenient situation. Baho Waterfall has 3 different layers of a waterfall and to reach each one, we had to climb up. It definitely wasn't as simple as I thought. Each climb was a bit tricky, especially with our hands full. It wasn't exactly what we signed up for, but looking back, it made the whole experience even more exciting. Here, cut.
Wow. Er zit een speler op het touw, hou er rekening mee.
Ja.
Oké. Nu moet je naar beneden.
Nee.
Ja, nee, ja. Begrepen toch? We hebben een flesje water hier hoor, want het water moet ook aan.
Finally arrived at the second lake, and there is one more. I don't know if there's one more or two more, but we don't walk up that way. We're gonna swim for now because we are sweating. And this look like a perfect place for a little swim. When we finally made it to the second layer of the waterfall, all I could think about was diving into that refreshing water. It looked like a perfect escape from the heat, just what I need to cool off. But then, as I started to get ready, I realized I had completely forgot to bring my towel. Suddenly, the idea of walking around in soaking wet clothes didn't seem too appealing. I was already feeling pretty wiped out from the climb and the heat, so I decided to take a step back, find a shady spot and just relax. Watching others splash around in the water, laughing and enjoying the moment actually turned out to be a surprisingly peaceful. As we were getting ready to head back, a guide from another group of tourists approaching us, he mentions that there was an actually shorter way to get back down. A much gentler route than retracing the same steep trail that we had climbed. The catch, we need to reach the third layer of the waterfall first. It sounds like a tempting offer, especially since we were already a bit exhausted from the climb. A little extra adventure never hurts anyone, right? Well, the guide wasn't exactly wrong about being a shortcut, but easier was definitely not the right word. The path to the third layer was steep, slippery, and a lot more challenging than we expected.
Lekker!
Ja, normaal gesproken is dit niet zo moeilijk, maar die fucking helm.
Ja, die helm is natuurlijk wel lastig.
Waar koude dommen we niet gingen lokker. On our way back down, as I looked at Tom, I couldn't help but wonder how he was holding up. There he was, strutting along in his flip-flops, slipping and sliding over the rocks, probably cursing in his decision to wear them, but pushing through it all.
We paid to torture our body, ourselves. This is fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Honestly, I don't know how he was managing it, but at that moment, he definitely earned my respect. I could barely keep my balance and he was making it work somehow. Looking back on it though, it was kind of nice that we did it. The whole challenge of it all, even with the flip-flop and the helmet fiasco, just made everything feel more memorable.
Oh, fuck.
We made it. We're still alive.
Don't
Man left behind.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But after all that climbing and scrambling, we were starving. So before we even thought about hopping into the kayaks, we made a beeline for lunch. It was a perfect way to recharge, a nice, relaxing meal to give us the energy we need for the next part of the day.
We will have some fun in the water.
Just a simple meal, lunch, but I think this will do for the till the evening. and then we go party again. What did you smack, man? What did you smack? After this satisfying lunch, we were in no mood to kayak anymore. So instead of paddling away on the water, we made the decision to head back to the hotel for a well-earned nap. Early in the trip, I mentioned why you don't really need big bikes in Vietnam, and that point became even clearer today. Tom's 150cc bike was perfect for these kind of roads we were on. It could easily cruise at 80 or 90 km, no problem. It's the ideal balance of power and agility for the narrow, winding roads around here. Enough to keep up with the traffic, but still nimble enough to handle the twists and turns of the landscape. So after a day of adventuring, we thought we can just kick back, take a nap and get ready for whatever comes next. But of course, shit always happens, doesn't it? Even now, George's rear tire got another puncture, and this time it was beyond repair. So today was kind of fun day, very tiring, but yeah, we had a good experience. But after that, we came back from the waterfall. George began to say, "Hey, my tire is kind of weird because it's slipping a little bit in the corners, the fast corners." So at the hotel parking, we checked the tire, and guess what? A puncture, but it's not the new one, but it was the old one that we had fixed in the previous episode from Mai Châu to Con Cuông. We fixed at the garage, but this time it has some holes in that puncture again, so the tire is totally done. And we did a quick fix so that we can ride to the repair shop. And luckily in Nha Trang there is a lot of motorbikes here also, and they had also a very good shop, and they had the tire in stocks, so we can replace it. But it was not a very good feeling. Not that the new tire is not good, but this year there is a lot of things happens, so I don't know what I have to think about this tour this year, because there is a lot of shit going on. We had punctures like 5 or 6 times. My tire will totally rip off at day 1. It took us a lot of time and energy and money, of course, to repair everything. It's not going well like the previous years, so it's kind of sad actually. I am sad. So I hope the next few days that we can safely arrive in Saigon. Then I'm a happy man. In the evening, we met up with my nephew, who just so happened to be in Nha Trang for a business trip. We figured it will be great to catch up over dinner, so we all headed out to a local spot. Now, if you have ever been to Vietnam, you will know that dinner never comes without a lot of alcohol. It's practically part of the meal. And well, you can probably guess what happened next. The drinks flowed freely, and before we knew it, we were all in that relaxed, cheerful state where everything just feels a bit more fun. Conversations got louder, laughter came easier, and the food seemed to taste even better with each sip of whatever we were drinking.
Em mời anh này. Uống đều. Uống riêng. Riêng hả? Riêng. Kiểu thế. Không hiểu.
Là tưởng là vẫn còn đúng không mà nó còn.
Ủa sao hai món giống nhau vậy?
Mèo vu.
Fuck us. Hay sao cô lên? Vậy bên kia đây câu. Đúng không? Check đây. Focus. Lát hả? Rồi con này. Ghép giết đây là
Nấy rồi. Đây này con ông chén lắm. Không phao. Này ngon nha. Đấy, lợn đấy. Nặng heo đấy. Có 40 mà.
Mai gửi xe tàu vô Hồ Chí Minh đi.
ông này muốn né bạn gái nó không né.
Hóa ra nhớ bạn gái.
Đi Nha Trang mình là nó can đảm lắm rồi á.
Gái bao nhiêu tuổi?
Dạ. Bạn gái ta.
They say had eentje meedrinken.
Ja?
Dạ. Đừng mời ông này nha, đừng mời ông này. Lisa, dạ anh cũng không muốn được nhiều đâu, em đừng có lo.
Đố em anh này. Tên gì là phải ly riêng.
Ủa em cái gì vậy?
Đố anh tên gì vậy?
Hả? Hồi nãy có nói tên không?
Chưa.
Thì đưa lên YouTube nha. Có chứ.
After all those drinks, to be honest, we were pretty drunk. And of course, the night ended up with us back at the sailing club. It's one of those places you just end up at when the night takes on a life of its own. Now, since it was Saturday, the beach was packed. People were everywhere, music was blasting, and the whole atmosphere was bustling with energy. It felt like the entire town had come out to enjoy the weekend. The night started off in a quite laid-back rhyme. People lounged in their chairs, each seemingly lost in their own thought, swaying gently to the cool breeze rolling in from the sea. It was the perfect moment of peace, relaxed, calm, and undisturbed. But then something magical happened. After the fire show, bursting in fiery squirrels and crackling lights, a shift in the air seemed to stir. It was as if the DJ had suddenly found the perfect track, hitting just the right note. In an instant, the energy of the night exploded. People jumped from their chairs as if pulled by an invisible force, their body flowing to the beat. It didn't matter if they were young, old, or somewhere in between. Even the kids, full of carefree joy, could be found spinning and laughing in the heart of the makeshift dance floor. The night was theirs, alive with music, movement, and an infectious spirit that held everyone in its grasp. The sea breeze, once a quiet companion, now danced alongside them, keep pace with the rhyme.
It's my favorite.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not your birthday or anything.
Oh, it's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
oh not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
Which day?
25.
25. 3 days.
Yeah.
But happy birthday.
Thank you.
Give me a high five.
No evening is truly complete without food, right? But here's the thing, I couldn't find the guide who sold me that amazing bankan 3 years ago. I've been craving it all day, hoping to track him down, but no luck. So instead of dwelling on it, we decided to go for some classic street food. And honestly, it turned out to be a perfect end of our night. The smell of grilled meats, fresh herbs, and the sizzling treat filled the air, and we dug in like we hadn't eaten all day. There's something special about enjoying street food late at night, surrounded by the energy of the city, and I wouldn't have wanted in any other way. It felt like the perfect way to close the night, simple, satisfying, and exactly what we need after a wild evening.
Met mijn homies.
Met de locals. Met de homies.
Doe lekker man.
Ciao.
All my new friends. Woo.